Hello everyone, welcome to one more report on saving our planet. It's now or never. The environmental impact of paper. Paper is everywhere. It has endless applications that we use and often abuse continuously in our daily life. And all this without being truly aware of the negative environmental impact it has, starting with the felling of trees throughout their manufacture and even their consumptions, which often becomes excessive. 40% of the timber harvested for industrial use is used to make paper. Some 15 billion trees are lost each year, and if this continues in 300 years, they will have completely disappeared. Add to this is the loss of habitat for protected species, the disappearance of endangered flora, or the damage that this implies to the balance of the water cycle. Paper making represents a high source of pollution and has a great environmental impact. Large amounts of water and energy are consumed in paper making. It is an industry that makes intensive use of means of transport which leave a high carbon footprint. It is one of the major pollutions of water and air. It is one of those that emit the most mm, greenhouse gases, around 3.3 kg of CO2 equivalent for every kilo of paper. Chlorine is used in bleaching pulp, which is very harmful to human health and the environment. Recycled paper. In the case of recycled paper, the process change since it is made from paper that has already been used to give it a new useful life. To recycle paper, you have to reduce the use paper to paper pulp, adding chemical solvents to separate its fibers, and combine it with new pulp obtained again from wood. This process helps considerable to reduce the resource need to make paper, such as wood, water, oil, energy, and various pollution products. These impacts that are generated in the production of paper are usually associated with the consumption of water, energy, and raw materials, recycled wood or fiber, and are basically related to the consumption of forest resource and the pollution load of wastewater and atmospheric emissions. But how can we, as people who buy and consume, influence the reduction of environmental impact? One, think before you buy. It is important to objectively consider what the real needs are according to the use that we are going to give the paper, in addition to assessing how much is needed, and even if there is an alternative solution that does not require the use of this material. 2. Good practice to reduce paper consumptions. Photocopy or print double-sided documents in office or workplaces, centralize and share printers, copiers, and fax machines in order to reduce the number of computers. Reuse written or single-sided sheets for notes, notepads, and other internal use. Waste management. Paper, unlike other materials such as plastic, has a high degree of recyclability. Therefore, a very important factor is to implement systems that facilitate separate collection for subsequent recycling. Moreover, once the paper is used, it is important to separate it and deposit it in the separate collection containers. This will allow its recycling, that is, its use as a raw material for the manufacture of new recycled paper. Leather goods, belts, shoes, boots, vests, jackets, and even hats are some of the items found on the market and which are part of a long list of products made with animal skin. Leather is also used in the elaboration of handicraft, but the truth is that during the process that must be carried out to obtain it, highlight pollution, residual loss, or in it. The leather industry is one of the most known by environmental organizations in the world due to its high pollution capacity and the significant environmental impact it causes, especially when it motivates the indiscriminate hunting of endangered animal species. The case of Latin America causes a deep surprise because in most of our countries ignorance prevails in this matter, and it has also made it impossible to apply forceful sanctions to this type of company when they disrespect environmental regulation uh, as well as laws and regulations more in line with reality. The scholars assure that these situations arise as a result of the complexities immersed in the TINA industry, which motivates the occurrence deficient environmental inspections that are far from the truly representative samples. Natural alternative vein taste for use in footwear and accessories include cork, fabric from Mediterranean cork oak, forest polymer reinforced bark fiber, and leather substitutes derived from pineapple grapes, mushrooms, and seaweed. Thank you for listening to this broadcast. Remember, the world is in your hands.